Okay, howdy gun people. We're going to talk about, a lot of times I get questions and I hear people talking if they're getting into guns or they haven't shot before or whatever. What's the best gun to own? If I could have one gun, what should I get? Well, like most things, that depends on a lot of situations and a lot of issues. So I got some few guns out here. We're going to go over a few guns. I'll try to give you a quick pro and con. And if you got only one gun, what would I probably own? It's a tough decision. This M16, AR-15, M4, whatever you want to call it, shoots 223 rounds, 223. Very fast shooting bullet. It's a rifle bullet. Longer barrel, better range. Got a scope, better range, more accurate. The longer the distance between the sights of a gun, the farther it can shoot accurately at a distance. Long range guns have long barrels. Short range guns have short barrels. Long range guns are considered offensive. I want to reach out, I'm the attacker, I'm the searcher, I'm the destroyer, I'm the hunter, I'm whatever. That's why you use long range. You want to reach out and touch somebody from a distance. You're hunting them. So it's considered an offensive weapon. Defensive weapon is you're defending yourself. Pistols are defensive weapons. They are for close encounters. They're for up close, short barrels, less accuracy. At a distance, good accuracy, pretty close. There are some pistols that you can get longer barrels. So I got a pistol and I'll shoot any rifle. Yeah. Right, if you want to put a bunch of money in a gun and you can have a pistol that shoots, sure. I mean, the gun's only as accurate as the shooter. It's only as accurate as the scope is sighted in. It's only as accurate as the trigger pull, the stand. All those things combined makes the gun accurate. But pistol, defensive weapon. Rifle, offensive weapon. So, which gun's better to have if I can only have one, a pistol or a rifle? Well, we're going to see here. So, long range, this shoots a fast bullet, but a relatively small bullet. Now, if you go back to my bullet video, you'll see the difference between fast and size and weight. I mean, this bullet's only like a 50 or 60 grain bullet. This shoots a 230 grain bullet. Okay? Close to 200 grains heavier than this bullet. It's for close range, though. This shoots at 900,000 feet per second. This shoots at 3,000 feet per second. So when you're deciding on a gun, you decide on the bullet, you decide on the use. Do I want it for offensive to take out somebody at a distance? Do I want it for defensive to take out? You don't see people getting a concealed permit for a rifle on their leg because it's not practical. A concealed permit when you carry a gun is to protect yourself for close quarters. You're not going out to commit crimes and go hunting. Now people go out and commit crimes with pistols because they can conceal it, and they're doing their crimes in close proximity. They're not hunting and trying to kill people with pistols. If you want to go out and hunt and kill people, people use rifles because they're offensive. They make a rifle automatically almost makes you deemed the aggressor, not by legal standards, but by reasonable standards if you understand a rifle. The fact that you're using a rifle says you're hunting, you're going after. You normally don't use a rifle. Can you use a rifle to defend your home? Sure. Somebody pulls at my gate 30 feet away and they got a gun, they're coming in, I can fire rounds at them and hit close to them and let them know, don't come any closer, you're going to get shot. But a rifle gives me that thing. But for up close and clearing buildings, you know, in SWAT and police work, when we clear buildings, we have shorter rifles. They become very compact so we can clear corners, we can get through doors, we can move it and not sweep somebody or laser them when we're going through doors and clearing. So they do use small rifles, but the small rifles mean shorter barrels, mean less accuracy for long distance. It's basically a modified pistol, it just make it into a rifle. So M16, do you want one of these? Well, it depends on what you want to do. If this is your only gun, I would not say if I could only have one gun, this would not be my choice. People are going to be that loves these. Oh man, you're crazy, that's the... Okay, each his own. I'm not saying I'm right or perfect, I'm just telling you why the pros and cons of these guns. Let's look at pistols. Well, you know what, we're on rifles. This is a shotgun. So, if this is a shotgun, what do you use a shotgun for? Normally, it's long, it's a rifle, it's for hunting. It's for going out and killing things at a distance, but it gives you the opportunity, instead of shooting out one bullet, it shoots out a spread of bullets, a bunch of BBs. So a fast-moving target like a bird or rabbit or something that's really fast, you can lead it, and it gives you a better area to kill it. Because you only need, you know, in Vietnam, they used to shoot shotguns at helicopters, and they would call it the magic BB or the golden BB. Because it only took one little BB to hit a critical part on that helicopter and it would bring it down. Puncture a hydraulic hose, do something that would hurt the helicopter, it would bring it down. So shooting a shotgun at a helicopter, because it sprays and you're shooting out anywhere from 6 to 100 pellets, probably more, I don't know what they got now, and there's all kind of shotgun rounds. But when all those pellets come out, the odds of you hitting a moving target increases. Now for home defense, a shotgun, if you shoot somebody coming through your door, it's pretty effective. If you shoot somebody with an M16 coming through your door, it's pretty effective. Is it the only gun? Well, maybe. So we went from an M16 to a fast, long-range bullet to a shotgun, which is relatively short, because the farther your target is away, the more your BBs spread. The more the BBs spread, they lose velocity. And the reason why they don't travel as fast, because rifles have a rifled barrel, and it spins and twists that bullet. It's called the twist in the barrel. And pistols have it too, and that makes a bullet level out and fly straight. Back in the old musket days, when we were fighting for this country because of corrupt governments and overtaxation, that kind of sounds like now. Anyway, back then we had muskets with balls that would just fly out. They weren't that accurate at a distance because they weren't spinning. Once we learned how to spin a bullet, accuracy on handguns and rifles went really high and moved up quickly. So that spinning in a rifle will give you more accuracy at distance. When you're shooting pellets out of a shotgun, you've got 50 pellets coming out. They're not spinning. They're just kind of, it's called a scatter gun, a scatter pattern. They just kind of scatter out. So the farther out it is, it goes. There's a formula when you're sighting in a shotgun. I think the pattern increases, I don't know, 5 inches every 20 feet or something. So when you get out past 50, 100 feet, your pattern's so huge and your BBs are traveling so slow, they don't do a whole bunch of damage. So this is more what they call a defensive kind of rapid. I mean, the Vietnam War made this gun, the AR-15, the M16, the M4. They made that gun for the military when they adopted it. Holds a lot of rounds. You can fire rapidly from multiple targets. You can defend yourself from multiple targets. You can quickly reload in case you're being attacked or overrun. This is actually a bolt action. So, and this is a 223 also, but this is more of a long barrel. It's a strengthened barrel. It's stronger than this barrel. It's longer, so it's more accurate. And because it's stronger, a barrel kind of flexes when you fire your gun. And the stiffer the barrel, the more accurate the gun. The problem is, the stiffer the barrel, the heavier the gun. This gun's heavy. So you wouldn't want to lug this around a lot. But it's very accurate at a very long distance, and it shoots one round accurately. So this gun and that gun, kind of in the same category. Wouldn't change these two guns too much. The difference between these two guns is the single shot bolt action doesn't, I can't load as many rounds. I can put 5 rounds in there, so then I have to reload. Whereas this gun, you know, if I had a bunch of, you know, gang members or whatever, that Walking Dead, I've never watched that show, everybody seems to like it, but a bunch of zombies are already coming at you to overrun you, or if you're in a military position, you got people trying to overrun you, you want to be able to load quick, get a lot of rounds off, and defend yourself. Okay. Now this was a shotgun, what I call a hunting shotgun. Pretty basic, standard shotgun. It's got a long barrel, rib barrel for stiffness. That'll give you a little bit stiffer. And it's fairly accurate because of the longer barrel for a shotgun. Now, this is also a shotgun, but it's more what they call a tactical shotgun. It's got a pistol grip and it's got this, so I can use it for close range. I can clear buildings. I can take a door out. A shotgun is great for taking out a door because you just shoot the hinges, and it pretty much, because that scatter blows the hinges off, and then once the hinges are gone, you can open the door. So shotguns are pretty good about taking out doors if you need to get in. They call it a breaching weapon if you want to breach a door. This is one way to do it. I mean, you can use explosives, you can use rams, you can tie things to it to a car and pull it off. You can do a lot of things to get it through a door, depending on the situation. But a shotgun is a very good way to put a guy in front of a Congo line. He comes up the door and he takes out the two hinges and the door is coming open. Now, this shotgun has a shorter barrel, so the accuracy is even less. Now, it does have an expandable stock, so I can still shoot it as a rifle if I have to. It's got extra rounds on the side for carrying that are loading, but it's not, I mean, this is a good home protection gun. This is a gun you want to grab maybe if you hear something in your house. This is the gun that you probably want to grab because the shocking, I think this one might be loaded. It is loaded, so I'm not going to rack around, but when you jam this back and lock it, it's intimidating to anybody that hears it because everybody knows the sound. It's a universal sound for run or get the hell out. So when you hear it, you know there's issues. And then this shotgun is a semi-tactical shotgun. I guess you could call it a tactical shotgun. It's got a scope. Now most people are going to say, why would you put a scope on a rifle? Well, for accuracy, this barrel is what's called, it's got rifling in it because it's a slug barrel. And a slug, if you can see these little pieces right here, blow it up, this is a solid 1 ounce bullet, which is very, very heavy, and it's coming out very, very fast, and it's very, very accurate at a pretty good distance. I mean, we used to shoot things several hundred yards away with a slug and be pretty damn accurate. So I like a slug, and to be honest, if I had one gun, oh, I didn't get to my pistols yet. Alright, so those are your rifles. You can have a hunting rifle, you can have a hunting rifle with a larger magazine capacity, you can have a shotgun that's short for your house for clearing, you can have a regular hunting shotgun, which is going to be good for long range hunting, ducks, long targets you want to reach out and touch, a little more accuracy, or you can have a shorter barreled shotgun, a little bit shorter barrel, but it's got rifling and it's for shooting slugs, which makes the bullet spin. When you shoot a slug, the bullet comes out, it's got rifling, so it's going to spin the bullet, makes it very accurate, fly straight, and it's a hell of a big bullet. I'm not sure how many, 230 grain bullet to 45, a 60 grain bullet here, and this is 1 ounce. So one of you mathematicians can figure out how many grains is in 1 ounce, because I'm not sure I've really figured it out, but I should probably do that. But a 1 ounce bullet, if you go and search, and if I find that, I'll put a link in the video on how to, let me make sure what my time is here so I don't get over time. If you search the LA bank robbery where those guys were armed with assault rifles and the cops had to break into the hunting store because they're the only one with guns. Yeah, it looks like I'm at 13 minutes, so I'm okay. So if you, I'm going to try and find that. If I find that, if you go in there and search, these guys went in to rob this bank in LA, and they had bulletproof vests on, they had masks, they had body armor all through their body. They were out there with semi-automatic rifles, and this is before cops used to carry these. Cops only carried a shotgun or a pistol. They didn't carry these. That incident changed that for all cops, and cops started carrying long-range rifles because a shotgun wasn't effective at a long distance for their body armor. It just wasn't being effective. They were hidden because those guys had long-range weapons. They could reach out and touch the cops before they get close enough to use a short-range shotgun or a short-range pistol. So the cops pretty much got their ass beat. And then the way they ended up taking them down is a couple cops who were thinking on their feet, knew a gun store, went in, said, give us your rifle, give us some bullets. They grabbed the long-range rifle, seized it from them, grabbed the bullets, went out, and they were able to shoot them down. Now, in that incident, I always said, if a cop would have been on his really A-game thinking those guys needed to be run down with a car at 60 miles an hour. Because I don't care how much body armor you got on, a car is the best weapon you can have if you want to take somebody out. And a lot of people don't go to jail for killing people with cars. So you can say, you know, I was slipped, I had a blackout. You can come up with all, you can kill anybody with a car and get away with it. A car is the best weapon out there. Everyone's got one. They don't want to stop it. They're not calling for car control. They want you to spend taxes on money and gas and all that other crap. So cars are always going to be around. They're the best killing machine in the world. You hit somebody standing up in a car at 60 miles an hour, I don't care how much body armor they got on, they're done. The fight's over. So nobody ran that guy over, and that's probably what should have happened. Because they were out in the middle of the street, and I think a car could have easily came from a long distance, but, you know, cops didn't want to get hurt. They didn't want to, it's kind of tough to drive in to actual gunfire. It's hard to aggress on somebody actually shoot at you. But you know what, if I get you on my sights with a car in Florida, I can get to 60 miles an hour pretty quick, and you're not going to like it when we meet. But the shotgun wasn't working in that incident. The pistols weren't working. I just spilled my damn coffee. Ugh. So they had to break in a store and get rifles. That's when cops started carrying long-range rifles because they didn't want to be in that position anymore. Now there might have been some far-out county agencies in Alaska or other areas where you don't have backup and you go to these houses way out and you may take shots when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you may need a long ranger. You may need to shoot an animal across to some place that you can't do it that's rabid and he gets away and you need a long shot to take him out to stop him from spreading rabies or something. So there was probably some smaller agencies, but it wasn't common. Now almost all cops carry M16. All of them. So if they're in an area where they're probably going to need it or whatever, if they're smart, I mean, they probably don't carry it in New York because gun laws or whatever, stupid liberals. So, pistols. What kind of pistol do you want? You got the revolver? Revolver with a laser? I don't know if people can see this laser. So, this is a revolver. What's good about a revolver is when I pick this up, I can shoot it. This gun's loaded. There's no safety. You know where the safety is? This is my safety. When I turn my safety off, I stick my finger in, I pull the trigger. So a revolver is good because when you pick it up, all you got to do is pick it up, pull the trigger. And most people know how to do that. Semi-automatic, not that much difference. If there's a safety, you got to click the safety off. If you leave the safety off, you can shoot it. This gun has a back safety to where you have to grab the grip to actually fire the trigger, but see a little oil come out there? I just cleaned this. And then you have another little gun which is called the Derringer, and this is a relatively small little gun. It opens up like so. Take these little rounds out of here. Very easy to carry. Carries 2 rounds. Very close in. Short barrel. Not very accurate. Very short. They call this a gut gun, a belly gun, a neck gun. If I was going to shoot somebody, I would, you know. And this gun is a single action, so if I pull the trigger now, I can't fire. Because it's single action, before I shoot, I have to cock the hammer and then squeeze it. Let me check it one more time. I know I pulled those bullets out, but before I pull it, I just want to make sure. Alright, so when I pull it back, I squeeze it, and then I let it go forward. And then I have to pull it back again to fire the second round and squeeze it. Now, you would think this gun kicks a lot, but it only shoots a little 38 special. It's not that big of a deal. And I think most people can handle this gun. I wouldn't sweat it. But it's very small, easy to conceal, easy to slip in your pocket, easy to throw in your glove box, easy to have at the bottom of your purse, easy to have by your nightstand. You don't have a lot of rounds. You got 2 rounds. This I got 5 rounds. This I got 8 rounds. They have automatics that hold 16 or 18 rounds. You know, to each his own. In a crisis situation, I mean, I'm going to probably be pretty close. Most shootings happen within 5 to 7 feet. So 5 to 7 feet, this gun's pretty much fine for shooting. It's more of a gut gun though. It's more of a stick in the gut, stick in the neck, stick underneath the chin, and fire off a round. Guy's got you, he's choking you, you can get it out, you can cock it, you can fire it right in his belly. That's what this kind of gun's designed for. The old poker players used to carry it years ago for playing poker because easy to steal. Sometimes they'd collect your guns. Well, they could always hide one of these in a boot somewhere or something. But a Derringer's a good little gun. They're fairly cheap. You can get them for 150 bucks. It's nice, it's simple, it's easy, and it's good for self-close protection. You can buy a couple of them, keep one in your purse, one in your glove box, one by your bed, whatever you want to do. Good little gun. These are underestimated. A lot of people don't like them. Oh, it kicks you. It hurts. If you put hot ammo and you get a 410 or something, it's going to kick a little bit. This is a 38 special. I've got a wad cutter turned upside down so it makes a cone. Very effective round, but it's very light loaded. It's a reload and it doesn't kick that much. I mean, I would probably give this to any woman with this round and she'd be like, oh, that's not too bad. But everybody's going to talk bad about it, and if you go shoot one, they're going to want to try and be funny and put a big round in it so it jumps out of your hand and hurts you so they can laugh at you. So if you know the rounds and you know what you're looking for, they make these in a 22 long rifle, they make them in a 22 Magnum. Both smaller than this. I like a 38 just because that's about as small as I want to go, but 22 Magnum is a good little round. You can get one of these in a 22 Magnum. So don't underestimate the Derringer. Revolver, you can get longer 4-inch barrel. This is a little 2-inch barrel. You can get a 4-inch barrel. You can get a 6-inch barrel. You can get an 8-inch barrel. Again, longer barrel, longer accuracy. Automatic, this is 1911. 4-inch barrel. You can get a 5-inch barrel. You can get a 5 1/4 barrel. You can get an extension. I'm sure you get whatever barrel you wanted. These usually come standard in 3, 4, or 5-inch barrels around there. So fairly accurate. Semi-automatic's got a magazine. Holds anywhere from 7 to 9, maybe 10 rounds, 9 and 1, 9 and 1 in the chamber. So, which gun's the best? If I had one gun, which one would I have? Well, I'd have to go with the shotgun. This gun right here. Even though it's got a scope and it's good for long range, I don't have to shoot slugs through it. I can put buckshot in it and use it if somebody comes to my house. It's not too long to where I can't manage it and handle it, but it's long enough to where if I've got a slug in here, I can reach out and touch somebody at a distance. I can also shoot multiple rounds. It's semi-automatic. I have a magazine extension here. I can hold 6, 7 rounds in this gun, which is plenty. These are big bullets, and when I fire, even if I don't hit you, the likelihood of you wanting to keep coming up to me is slim to none, okay? And slim left town. Because I'm telling you, when you fire a shotgun, people tend to notice. Very, very good. The con to this, kicks hard. A lot of women don't like it, hurts the shoulder. A lot of men don't like it because it hurts the shoulder. I like it because it's effective, and you know what? A little pain in my shoulder, if I'm saving my life, ain't nothing to me. So if I guess I had one gun, I'd take a shotgun. If I had one pistol, I'd probably take a revolver. Okay? If I had enough to get a couple pistols, I'd get a revolver and this, and then I would get a semi-automatic for my last choice. Now there's going to be semi-automatics that are going to crack on me and say I'm an old-timer because I like revolvers. Well, you know what? It's reliable, it's easy, it's effective. You can set it down and it'll always shoot. When you get an automatic and you set it down, you got tension on the spring, you got tension on the hammer. When it's locked, you have a lot of tensions and things that can fail, whereas on a revolver you don't. So a nice, light, small revolver, if I had one pistol, I'd probably pick a revolver. I like a little Derringer. If I only wanted something when I was traveling at night to keep in my purse, I'd probably want a little Derringer. It's easy for me to grab, but you'd have to practice with it. You have to know how to cock this hammer so you know that you can shoot it and get the hammer out of the way. So that's a step that you would have to learn, practice, and be effective with. I'm pretty sure that I didn't load this, but just for GP, I'm going to open it up before I pull this trigger. So, that's my deal on guns. Which gun is best? Personal choice. Which one should you get? Personal choice. How do you decide? Depends. Personal choice. A lot of different gun options out there. They all have different meanings. They all have good pros and cons. They all have different purposes to the gun. So, you know, do I want to go out hunting with a long-range rifle with a scope to where I can sit down and snipe something at a long distance? Do I want to be able to snipe something, but I want to have a little bit extra rounds so I don't have to reload and I have several rounds that if I go out on 2 or 3 days, I can have 1 magazine or 2 magazines and carry 30 rounds, and I don't have to carry this one if I carry 30 rounds. I'm going to be having them in my pocket hanging out somewhere. They can't just be ready to load in the gun. Shotgun, get shorter barrel. You can get buckshot or slugs. If you want spilt coffee, you can get that. If you want a little Derringer, that's good. Semi-automatic, that's good. Revolver, that's good. Or you can go for the long barrel, just regular hunting shotgun, which is okay. You can put a slug in a hunting shotgun as long as you make sure it doesn't have a I forgot the little thing they put in the top to make the narrow. Crap. Lost my mind there. Or you can have the other shotgun. A lot of different options in guns. Which one is better is it depends on what you want to use it for. Okay? Obviously, having them all is best. So, if you can get them all, that's great. It may take you time and years, you know. Every other Christmas, you may get one gun, and then, another, you know, a couple of years, you get another gun, a couple of years. Pretty soon, 5-10 years later, you got one of each. You have plenty of options. You can dictate the scenario by what you're doing and you know, where am I going? Do I carry a hunting rifle in my car? No, because I'm not pulling over my car and taking out. If I was hunting somebody, yeah. You know, if a guy broke into my house and you know, robbed me and tried to kill me and said he's going to come back and kill me, then I'd probably carry a rifle because I'd drive around, hunt his ass down, and wherever I found him, I'd take him out. But normally I don't carry a rifle in a car. Do I carry a pistol in a car? Yes. Because if somebody tries to carjack me, if somebody comes up close, if I see something happening, or I see a woman getting raped or something and I'm close, I can prevent it, I can pull it out and defend myself or others from serious bodily harm and or death. Remember that phrase. We always want to remember that phrase when we're talking, articulating everything, because if you ever get in a shooting, you want that to be normal. I was defending myself or others from serious bodily injury and or death. Okay, I was in fear of being dead or seriously hurt. Those are the phrases that you want to be programmed in when you're carrying guns, handling guns, or if you ever find yourself having to use one. So that's my little spiel on which gun is best. Your choice. Feel free to ask me a question if you want to decide. You know, once you decide to gun, especially in pistols or hunting rifles, then you got to figure out the ammo. Even in a shotgun, you want to figure out the ammo. They have double aught buck, which is about, I think, 9.32 bullets. So if you had a 32 pistol, caliber pistol, you take 9 of those bullets and you shove it in a shell, and that's what a shotgun shoots out. Again, they're not as accurate. They don't spin. They're just coming out of a hole, so they're going to spread. They're going to scatter out. But at a close distance, it's very, very effective. Most cops carry double aught buck, which is 32 bullets, basically. And those little suckers come out bad. I carried a slug and double aught in my gun. I was one of the few. A lot of guys didn't like slugs. They thought it was too far, it was too much, it was too aggressive, whatever. Bunch of pansies. If I want to reach out and touch somebody, if somebody would have had a slug during an LA shooting when they were robbing those banks, even if you have body armor on, when a slug hits you, you go down. Okay, I mean, that's a powerful, heavy bullet traveling fast that does damage. And most people, if you're accurate enough, they don't have body armor on their head. So if you have an accurate gun, you can take them out in the head, because body armor doesn't protect the head. Most people don't wear body armor in the knee. So if you can take out a knee, it's probably not going to be body armor. The problem is, in a crisis, we're taught to shoot center mass, large mass available so we don't miss. So everybody was shooting the center mass. Where's the center mass? That's the chest. Guess where the vest is? Center mass. That's why we do the double trap drill, also known as the Mozambique or the failure drill, to where you go 2 to the body and 1 to the head, or 2 to the body and 1 to the hip. Because body armor usually doesn't go past the waist, so you can take a hip out, or you can take a head out if a person has body armor. So if I double tap you, bang bang, in the chest, and you don't fall, my next shot is either going to be at your head, which is smaller. I'm going to have to take a little bit longer. If you're advancing toward me or coming at me or shooting at me, it's going to be a little bit harder hit, or I can shoot at your hip and groin area. Because even if I miss and I hit your groin area or organs down there, it's still going to be pretty painful, and it's still going to slow you down. Hopefully it's going to cease your want and need to continue to attack me. So, we'll end that there. Hope that helps on which gun is best, which one to decide. Probably just confused you more than you're already confused, but that's okay. Hopefully you got something out of it. We'll end that there. Everybody, Bitchute, you're good boys.